reflect that we have a quorum to conduct tonight's meeting. First on the agenda is the minutes of the meeting, or minutes of the regular meeting of September 13th, 2018.
Motion to approve.
I second. All in favor? Unanimous. Unfinished business, there is none. New business, acceptance of the release of improvement bonds of signs and monuments in greens at Winding Ridge, Section 2. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Not much to add here, just to let you know we did inspect it, found it met our standards, and we're recommending acceptance.
Any questions?
What is it when it says monuments? I'm just curious.
Just public infrastructure like signage, things like that are put in, directional signage, things of that nature. Yeah.
Didn't know if there was.
No, nothing, yeah.
Okay. Motion to.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Approved. Second is the approval of an agreement between the City of Lawrence, Indiana Department of Public Works and American Structure Point, Inc. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
This is an on-call engineering services agreement with American Structure Point, similar to what we have with a few other engineering firms that the board's previously approved, such as USI and Shrewsbury and the like. So we've decided to put American Structure Point on call. Any work would be assigned via task order, which would still come before this board for approval.
Okay. And everything is good with the contract through legal?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, it was just the next piece would be an example of one of those.
Yes, and the next item for approval, yep.
Okay. And it's,
Okay.
no, I don't have.
You don't have any questions? Okay, I don't either. So all approved, or, right?
All in favor?
All in favor. I know I didn't say that right.
Close.
Sorry. Okay. And then the third is the approval of the task order. Order number 1 for 2018, 02024 with American Structure Point.
Motion to approve.
Okay, second.
So that is task order number 1 to the just approved on-call agreement with American Structure Point. In this task order, we're asking them to make a couple structural assessments of vacant residential properties here in Lawrence, one of which was 4701 North Longworth, and the other being 4718 Vernon Avenue.
Are these properties that the city owns now that we
No.
don't?
They are privately owned, but they are vacant and unoccupied. So the idea or thinking behind these are to look at them for possible issuance of demolition orders. Well, I should back up. 4701 is actually under an emergency demolition order, and those procedures have already started. But they did a structural assessment on 4701 North Longworth, and 4718 Vernon is another property that is vacant and currently unoccupied that we've had them we'll ask them to take a look at, and we would be looking at a possible issuance of a demolition order through standard procedures, which would again come through the Board of Public Works and Safety.
Okay, okay.
They're not, there's no tax liens or any of those kind of issues before you,
On which?
either of the properties, there's no other issues as far as they back taxes or any of that kind of stuff?
I haven't gotten that deep into them, so I can't say with absolute certainty. I do believe the property on Vernon is currently in arrears on their property taxes.
I'm just wondering if you demo them,
Yeah, so this is for the unsafe building. So for the one that is being prepared to be demolished or is ready to be demolished, that's an emergency under Indiana code. So that's what we had American Structure Point come out to do, is to say, yeah, this thing needs to come down because it is a threat to public safety. So, and then when they were out, so what happened was the back wall of the house actually has collapsed and fallen off the rest of the structure. So you have a mostly open structure with the roof also caving in. And, if one, to me, I'm not an engineer, but if one wall comes down, what stops another wall from coming down? So under Indiana code, we can do an emergency demolition. So that's how we're proceeding with that property. So that's more of a public safety issue as opposed to worrying about the tax liens or anything else. And then we will presumably come back and bring before this board the costs of that demolition. So
That just becomes, I assume, a lien on the property, basically.
If it goes unpaid, there are some abilities of this board to look at the fees. They have to make sure that they're reasonable and justifiable, things of that nature. And the property owner would have time to pay those fees, and if they don't, then they would revert to a property tax lien.
yeah.
Okay. Now, the first one, you said that was already under the emergency. Now, does that still
Longworth.
go and come in front of us?
Yeah,
or-
it will.
Okay.
That's what he was just saying, is that we will be bringing to you the emergency demolition for the costs of that demolition, and there'll have to be a notice of public hearing, there'll have to be a public hearing where the property owner will appear, et cetera, and then it becomes a procedure at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But this right here is just to say whether it does or doesn't.
Yeah,
That's the condition of-
We wanted an independent engineering firm to come out and say, yes, this is an emergency, it does need to come down, just to be safe and to protect the rights of the homeowner, protect the city coming back. So we have somebody that's independent and professional in the field just to say, hey, this is an emergency, there is a threat to public safety.
And we would try to collect those fees.
Correct. And that's what Bill was talking about, the administrative hearing.
Yeah.
Yep.
All in favor, or do you have any more questions, I guess, or? All in favor of the task order for American Structure Point? That is approved unanimously.
Thank you.
And
So next would be comments of the administration.
I don't have any, unless you have any questions or anything, I don't have any comments.
no, I just, congratulations to everyone here on the rating increase. That's, I know everybody worked hard to do that 2 years in a row, so that's great for everybody in the community, so thank
Sure.
you.
Yep,
Thank you.
yep, thank you.
And since no citizens, that's adjournment. A motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second? Okay, we are adjourned.
I thought you were going to say you wanted to stick around for a little bit.
Do what?